All right, hip internal rotation, pails and rails. We're gonna be out of the same 90-90 position we were just in for external rotation. All right, so those angles at the knee and hip don't change at all. Now, instead of going over that front hip, we're gonna be working that trail leg. So for internal rotation, one thing, we wanna rotate our trunk over this trail leg as much as we can and let that back hip sink towards the ground. All right, so that's gonna bring us into our end range hip internal rotation. So we're gonna have both hands on the ground to start. All right, we're gonna try to be as tall as we can in this. Don't let that spine hunch over. Keep the butt cheek as close as you can to the ground while maintaining a tall spine. All right. Now again, we'll go with that 2-minute passive stretch in that end range. Again, just thinking about diaphragmatic breathing, 4 seconds in through the nose, even bigger 8 seconds out to help us sink into that passive stretch. Now, once that 2 minutes is up, now when we go into the pails, we're gonna think again, there's a scale under the knee and ankle, just like the external rotation, all right? So before we get into that, we get into our 5-second ramp again, building the tension. So we're gonna think, 1, drive arms to the ground, build tension in the arms. 2, stay nice and tall, everything on the back is locked in. 3, squeeze the abs. 4, drive that front leg in the ground. All right, now there's tension in the leg, tension in the arms, tension in the trunk. And then we'll go to that first pails contraction. So again, through the knee and the ankle, we're driving about 10%, all right? And then going to 20, and then 30, all the way up to 70 again, holding 70%, driving through the knee and ankle for that allotted time. And then we'll reverse and go into the rails. So again, when we go into the rails, you have to keep the tension, don't lose the tension, and stay in that end range, all right? Then we'll reverse. Now my goal is to reach 0 on the ankle. I'm trying to drive the ankle off the ground while keeping that hip down. Feel the tissue on the top of the hip contract. Feel that ankle get a little lighter. Trying to drive it off the ground, staying in the stretch. Hold that for a lot of time. And then we'll relax. Try to rotate a little more. Let that hip sink down a little more into a new passive stretch. And then we'll repeat the process.